I'm Beverly Poltorak, and I have a story to tell you. We have a neighbor across the street a couple of years ago, an elderly man who was having some balance issues, would fall occasionally. You know, for a while, some of us in the neighborhood who are a little bit younger could help him up, but it got harder and harder, and at times, we live in April Sound, we would have to call security. They would come and get him up, but it was happening more and more frequently. And one day he fell in the driveway. We called security, and they said, you know, we really think we probably ought to transport him. Just kind of concerned that he hadn't hit his head or there were any additional problems. So I said, okay, well, where's your wife? Let's get a hold of her. He said, oh, well, she went to have her hair done. And I said, well, let me call her. Oh, well, she doesn't have a cell phone. And I said, well, where's she getting her hair done? He says, I don't know, it's someplace down 105. Okay, so how do we get a hold of his wife, you know? And I said, okay, well, I know his kids. I've met his son and his daughter. You know, they lived there for about 15 years, and the adult kids would come over, and I knew his name was Larry, and I knew her name was Susan, and I thought they lived in the Woodlands, and that was about it. So, kind of in a quandary. Then I had another friend, one of my women friends, who collapsed at one of our luncheons. And she really was refusing medical care, didn't want to go to the hospital. So I said, okay, let's get a hold of your husband. Oh, I forgot my cell phone. And I thought, okay, I know where her husband works, but I have no idea at all what the name of the company is. Don't really have time to go drive and find him. But I knew she had a daughter who lived in Grand Harbor. Her name was Rhonda. So I thought, okay, I can get in the car, take the sunroof down, stand up, and drive through Grand Harbor yelling, Rhonda, Rhonda, your mom needs you. So these are true stories, and I was talking to one of my friends one day, and I said, you know, my mom, who's going to be 96 in December, has had a thing in her refrigerator for years. It's a blue envelope. She just said, well, everything's in there. I thought it was probably her will, never paid any attention to it. And my friend said, you know, we had something like that where we used to live. She says, can't remember what it was, but it was like something that you put in your refrigerator or a metal soup can or something, and it told people who your contacts were, emergency contacts. So fortunately, the internet, I started doing Google, and I finally found a place called File of Life. And the one that I ended up honing in on is a nonprofit, 501c3 company out of Connecticut, all volunteers. Their product is made entirely in the United States. It's a great little magnetic device like this that you put on your refrigerator. It has a sticker that you put probably on your front door, glass part of your front door, maybe your garage door. For those of you who have really nice new modern refrigerators, it will go on your washer and dryer if it's stainless. And there's cards inside. And the cards provide your name, emergency contact information. I mean, most of my friends, like Marie, they know, okay, we know she has 2 daughters. We have Jennifer that lives this way and Jill that lives this way up near Dallas. But could they get a hold of them? Probably not. My good friends who are neighbors, I have keys to their houses, but I don't always know how to get a hold of their adult children. So not only is this good for medical personnel, law enforcement, but your neighbor too, who may come in when there's an emergency, they know how to get a hold of someone. So one day, actually my husband, he collapsed, called 911, and they came in, and you know, I'm trying to stand there seeing what, there's an island in our kitchen, so he's on that side. Luckily it's a small kitchen, so when he fell, he slid down and didn't crash into anything. But I'm trying to see what these emergency personnel are doing with him. I don't want to stand there answering a million questions that they're asking me. So I walked to the refrigerator, pulled this off of our refrigerator, which also had a piece of paper in the back separate of his prescription medications, the names of his doctors, and I handed it to the EMS person, and he said, you know, I wish everybody had one of these. So it's really been promoted. Actually, some of the statistics say that there's almost over 5,000 communities in the United States since 1995 that have started the program. They're adding about 3,000 or 4,000 communities about every month. There's about 500,000 homes being added, and they have the approval of the American Red Cross and the AARP. Again, this is a nonprofit company. It's called File of Life. There's several other companies that offer these products. They're fancier. They cost a lot more money. They can be personalized, but I've also said if you're a business owner, all you need to do is stick your business card. When I was working, I wish I knew about it because I would have stuck my business card and given one of these to every one of my customers. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They cost about $2 with 2 inserts, and basically we've gotten the cost down to about $1 a kit when we order large quantities. They're also great because first I think I know everybody on their staff, because I'll call and say, okay, I've got an order coming in, can you start packing it up? And then I found out that if you pay for it, check or cash ahead of time, then the shipping's free. And let me tell you, when 200 of these come in the mail with the magnets, they're heavy. Yeah. I'm sure my postal lady really doesn't like me at all. So, but we had looked for a sponsor, a friend of mine and I, and we had, my mom's was actually sponsored by a hospital. I avoided funeral homes, who tended to be the ones that probably would sponsor it, but I just didn't like the idea of having a funeral home logo on it. But after 6 months, we didn't have a sponsor. Management changed at the hospitals, and it's finding the right person who just feels convinced and has the funds. So my friend and I, we chipped in and made the first order, and that was about 2.5 years ago. And since then, we provide these free to people in the community, and then any donations we get, basically we use those to fund more Files of Life that we order to pass out to different people. So I have enough for everybody here. If you know of an elderly neighbor that could benefit, let me know. Each one has one insert in it. If there's 2 people in the household, we recommend 1 kit but 2 cards. And in our household, we keep track of my husband's prescriptions on a computer sheet because they change, and that's easier than rearranging all of this. And so we just print it off, stick a copy in the back. We also stick a copy in the glove box because we get to a doctor's office and we can't remember. Mm-hmm. And actually, we've gone on trips, and someone told me, we take it and stick it in our glove box when we're out of town. And I thought, what a great idea. They actually even make a little one that can go in your glove box, but there's nothing wrong with, if you're out of town, just grabbing this and sticking it in your suitcase or whatever, because it's got most of your vital information on it, and at least who to get a hold of. Mm-hmm. You know, if both of us were hurt in a car accident or something, you know, nobody would know. I don't know how to put it in my phone so somebody can find who they are. Mm-hmm. Yes?
Do you know how to take a picture on your phone?
I could.
You can take a picture of it. I work at a hospital, and I highly recommend people take your med list out and take a picture of it. We can zoom in on it, and we can look at it, and just put the date at the top of it when that med list was
good
correct.
idea. Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you. So anyway, I have one of these for everybody, and again, if you know of an elderly neighbor or somebody else that could benefit, please feel free to take one for them as well. If you need a second insert, I do have other inserts, so just let me know if you need 2 inserts in each kit. And also, I was supposed to make the flyer that goes in here with my name and email address, so if you know of another organization that might be interested either in sponsoring the program or would just like me to come and talk to them, let Marie know. And I'm really sorry, I just didn't get the printed off with my name and my email address in it. So, but Marie knows how to find me.
I do. I know where you live.
Any other questions? Yes, sir.
And like this Lions Club, emblem be put on there as the, if we're gonna sponsor them?
There is information, I have a flyer that the organization provides where you can personalize it. You might actually even have, I'm not sure what else you might have that you could personally adhere to the product. Maybe have labels made or stickers made, but they do have a program where they'll actually personalize it here. It just costs more, and that's why I've even mentioned if people have business cards, you know, they could put a business card in there of their own business and give them out to their customers. But, there is a way to do that, yes. Yes, sir, ma'am?
So you're saying that so you're saying that you will give us a copy of that, one of those for nothing.
Right.
However, it costs $2 to manufacture those.
It cost about $2 with 2 inserts, a little over $1 with 1 insert. So we occasionally get contributions from people that will help us keep the program going.
So we have one on our refrigerator, but that was a great idea to have one in the cars. What a great idea! Because I mean, there a lot of accidents unfortunately could happen in the car, and yeah, that's a wonderful
And
idea.
someone told me that at one of my presentations, and I'd never thought of that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
We sell promotional items and have been doing it for 35 years. May I have permission to see if I can get your price lowered so that I can refer you to the manufacturer and maybe you can get it for less? I don't know who you're buying it from now,
Oh,
but,
we're buying it from this company called File of Life,
okay.
and it's a nonprofit 501c company out of Connecticut. I can give you their pamphlet. There may be someone cheaper now. 2 years ago,
Okay.
this was the best deal going. And again, it's free shipping. If you buy a large quantity, yes, the price substantially drops.
Sure.
But usually in 100 or 200, which is what we usually order, they come out to be about like $1.32 with 2 inserts and like 97 cents with 1. And again, if you pay ahead of time, then the shipping's free, so that cuts down substantially too. So they're
You're
paying for
buying
that.
it from somewhere like where I would buy it from, so.
Yeah, we're buying it from
Yeah.
File of Life is the name of the company. But at the time, I could not find anybody cheaper, and probably because they're a nonprofit.
Mhm.
And they make it in the United States too, which means a lot to me,
Yeah.
rather than
Of course.
perhaps somewhere else. So, those were just the things that were kind of important to me when I started the program. So, but I'll give you their brochure, and yes, if you can find something cheaper, that'd be great.
And
So,
that-
and they come in pieces, so my friend who thought of this with me, that worked on it, she has a challenged adult daughter. She stuffs them for me.
Oh.
So if it's upside down, don't worry. But she loves the busy work, and it's just something else for her to do. So, yes.
That little sticker that you just, what do you do with that?
You put it either on, if you have a glass panel by your front door, or the bottom of your front door, or the bottom of your garage. Because I've talked to the different police departments and some of the security groups. When they see this, they know to look for this, either on your refrigerator, and then again, if you have a new stainless refrigerator, we tell people to put it on their washer or dryer. So I can honestly tell you that a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot, many people who have had to make use of this have all gotten back to me and said they were so glad they had it. They could just pick it up real quick, give it to their spouse who may not even know what their middle name is, you know, give it to an emergency person. And actually, Marie's thought too, having 2 of them is not really a bad idea. I've always got
Great idea.
one. And in the car, I thought was a fantastic idea. I never would have thought of that. And then, actually, we went on a vacation, and I stuck it in my suitcase. So,
Any other questions?
any other questions? I'm sorry?
Even in your purse?
Yeah. I just can't find it really. So. But yeah, you're
Big
right.
enough I could find it.
Yeah, so, Yes, Marie.
Okay, again, so you'll be here,
Yeah,
you'll be here after the meeting
Mhm.
for those of us who would like one?
Mhm. And as I said, I did bring, I have one brochure that I'll leave with you that talks about the company where I
Please,
get them from.
please.
And again, if somebody finds another source that comes out to be cheaper, I have the price sheet at home, and again, if you get into ordering 500 and 1,000, the price does go down.
Oh, no, this would be for you to contact them, not, I mean, if you would like for us to help you, of
Right,
course.
yeah.
But I
Mhm.
could do some research for you.
Yeah, that'd be great, and I can, I'll write my email address down, because I have the price sheet at home, and I know that the larger volumes, the price can drop substantially below $1.
We did just pull it up.
Oh, did you? Okay,
We did.
thank you. The miracles of the internet. And that's a great idea to take a picture of your
There's
information.
Lily, I've worried about Lily for months, so this is gonna
I'm
take.
sorry,
it
yes,
off.
Lily.
I'm very, very pleased to hear that. I need that information. I need that support.
Yes.
But if I need to get in contact with you, is there a name or it is just that major name, you know?
No, I don't work for this company, I'm just a
No, but I
person.
mean, is there
Yeah.
possibility of
Yeah, I
getting
use,
in contact and asking you a question when it's a major, major importance and
yeah. Marie, do you have like an email that you send out to your members?
Boy.
Yeah,
Shirley can
why
do that.
don't you give them my email address and phone number? Like I said, I usually print off a piece of paper that goes in here, and it just didn't get done, I apologize. But if one of your people can send out my contact information.
There is telephone number there where we can
Mhm.
call
Yeah.
for
Vicky, do you have
information,
all that too?
emergency time.
Yeah, Shirley can do
Before
that.
the emergency
Do you have
even
all of our contact
occurs.
information?
Oh,
She has her email anyway.
Email?
and Marie will give you my name, my phone number, my email
No, but I
address.
mean, before the emergency occurs,
Mhm.
when you give out that tonight,
Mhm.
is there a telephone number I can call and ask for some information?